Hey, hello guys, welcome back to Chris Flies Planes. Chris here, of course, and today we are back in the beautiful Mirage 2000c in DCS 2.5. So let's jump into the cockpit here. And actually, let's jump out and have a look at the map. If I can actually remember how to do that, F10. So it's been quite some time since we played DCS. For anyone who doesn't know, I've actually been walking across America. So I thought it might be good to jump in and do a little bit of a re-familiarization flight in the Mirage 2000c before we jump back into missions. So we are currently at Sukhumi Airport in Georgia, and we are going to be flying. Where do we want to fly over to? This map's not working very well. Let's fly maybe over to Kataisi, just a little short flight just to kind of re-familiarize ourselves with the plane. So I've actually got a paper check sheet in front of me here just to make my life a little bit easier. So let's start off. Let's start off at the start, I guess. So pre-flight checklist. Let's have a look down at the why do I not have... Oh, I don't guess I have 3 cornered mouse. As I said, guys, it has been an absolutely spectacularly long time since I played this. So, okay, that's working. Do I have a zoom? Zoom, 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 zoom. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Let's have a look. Can I not remap the controls? Okay, this is quite frustrating. Normally I have one of these guys set to zoom. When I'm outside I can zoom in and out with the mouse. When I'm inside I cannot zoom in and out with the mouse. Oh, that was good. Just controls. Here we go. Right, let's just do this very quickly, and then we can jump back in here. Zoom, 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 zoom. How about if we do that for zoom in? Let's just do that for zoom in slow and that for zoom out slow. Okay, we are on, and let's get going. Right, so parking brake should be on. I hope you have parking brake set. Seems to have removed a lot of my options here. Parking brake on, else off. Yes, that's what I want. Don't actually even remember where parking brake is. Let's have a look around here. Hydraulic pump, blah blah blah. Pitot heat. There's the canopy. Parking brake. Here's the INS. Okay, well we'll just ignore that for now, and this is up on here. What we got here? Lights test, alternator, main battery. Okay, well let's just throttle back and let's hope that we don't start rolling here. Anyway, let's work through this. So the battery should be on. Alternator 1 and 2 should be on, which I believe is these guys, on marsh, and INS mode should be set to align. Let's see if we can remember what we're doing here. So we're going to bang this guy on status, we're going to put this on align, and we're going to hit valve there, and that's going to start counting down. So I believe that is the INS aligning now, and then we're going to move around to the left panel over here. Work our way up from here. So autopilot test switch should be covered. The fly-by-wire test switch shouldn't be covered. The afterburner cutoff switch should be covered. Oil pump, emergency computer and fuel dump switch, which is these 3 here. Tape recorder should be on, even though it's not functional. It doesn't actually matter, so I'm going to ignore that for now. Fly-by-wire gain switch should be covered. This should be a little bit higher up here, I imagine. Somewhere around here. Is that you? Fly-by-wire gain switch should be covered. Oh wait, that's up here, eh? That's probably that one. Yep, so that is covered. The emergency trim should be set to N, which I assume means norm. Relight switch should be off. So it's a gun arm, fly-by-wire, landing gear, canopy jettison, radar wow emitter, magneto. Also guys, I will say I am using a new checklist, so it's a little bit confusing, but I'm sure that's fine. Relay switch off, radar off, scoops and scones should be off. So it's probably these guys. Anti-collision, navigation, server lights. That is the anti-skid. Bex should be auto. Sorry, yeah, auto. Okay, that's all fine. Lights should be off. VUHF and UHF should be as required and as required. So we are going to turn those on. Okay, so we can hear people, which is a good sign. So I guess they are on fly-by-wire mode as required, which is this guy here. That is as required. Emergency canopy lever should be towards the rear, and parachute lever should be towards the front, which they are, so that is all fine. Main instruments panel, let's have a look here, shall we? So, master arm should be off, selective jettison switch should be caged, standby ADI should be uncaged, which is, standby ADI. It's not functional anyway, so it shouldn't actually matter. Oh, this is that. I don't actually know how to uncage that, but I'm sure it's fine. Main ADI mode should be on normal. Again, not 100% sure where that is. Main ADI mode. It's none of these guys, is it? No. I'm sure we'll be fine there. Fly-by-wire spin should be normal, which is, I believe, one of these guys down here. That one actually, which is fine. Okay, next page of the checklist. As I said, it has been quite some time since I've played this plane, guys. You're just going to bear with me a little bit. Altitude indicator should be set. I wonder if I can get the altitude of where we are. Let's have a look. 43 meters. What does that translate to? I guess we'll just zero that out. HUD should be on, so that is U. Head down display should be on. Gun sight, which I believe is U. Main battery switch, electric transfer. So one would hope that we would have some stuff happening, but let's bear with here. Radio frequency display should be checked. I'm sure that's fine. Whatever that is. Oh, it's up here. Okay, fine. IFF switches should be out 3A and C. Okay. HSI should be nav, CM or CV. That is up here, and it's on nav, okay. And where are we at? Transfer test switch tested. Doesn't matter. Bingo fuel requester is set at 1200, which is fine. Engine fire warning lights tested, they're not functional. And lights test. Which one's the lights test? Is that one of these ones here? I believe, maybe? Yeah. Seem fine to me. Okay, let's go to the engine start checklist. So parking brake should be set. Okay, parking brake is set. Oh wait, I haven't done my right instrument channel pre-flight. Okay, let's work through it very quickly. Alert should be off, which is down. Alert. What sort of alert are we talking about here? I'm not sure I rate this checklist. I found it online and it seems a little bit confusing to me. Given it doesn't really tell you what you're talking about. Hydraulic emergency pump should be tested and off, which is U. So that is off. Audio alert should be off. Canopy should be down. Canopy should be down, as I was saying. Put this switch here and guess we'll lock it for now. I'm not sure if we're meant to yet. VOR ILS should be off. Let's pop it in and have a look here. Okay, so that is off. TACAN should be off. Okay, emergency horizon should be norm, that's not set. Cabin air conditioning should be on and auto. On and auto. Set to auto. For defog, depol, demist should be off. Okay, that's fine. Int light as required. I'm just going to crank these guys up. I do like these up. That's not moving any further. Okay. Starter fuel pump. Well, that's obviously all off, so I'm happy with that. LP. Okay. Perfect. Alright, so engine starts. We set the brake. Chocks, I assume, are removed. LP main cock switch. Which one of these is the LP main cock switch? I think like so. Starter fuel pump should be on, which is that you? Yeah, okay, so that should be on. Fine. Boost pump should be on. Engine start switch cover should be open, which it is. I know that should be on. And then we're going to press this guy for 1 second. Actually, before we do that, I'm just going to check that our throttle is off and locked. Now it is. Okay. Press that for 1 second. Advance the throttle forwards. Okay, should see your hydraulic lights going off, hopefully. Perfect. Okay, that is us looking pretty great. Let's pop back down here. Going to close this switch. Turn you off. Ventilation is going to be set to vent. INS, how close are we on the INS? Done on the INS, we are slow. So that can now go back to nav, and yeah, you can go there. Okay, VOR ILS. Let's jump in, just grab those quickly. So I say we're going to go to Kataisi, right? So ILS should be set at 109. .75. Kataisi 109.75. Okay. TACAN's going to be set to 44x. Let's just bang that on. Okay, so that should be okay. That's all good. Hydraulic emergency pump should be on, which is you. I'm going to turn the audio warnings on. Let's just kill them off. Anti-ice should be on. Okay, we are now out. Sorry, what was I saying? We are now out of emergency lights, so I guess we are doing pretty good. IFF should be set to standby. Where's IFF? Is that IFF? Yep. Okay. I'm going to jump through some of the checks here, guys, just because I do want to get up in the air at some point today. Right, so we are at... Where are we at? We are at Sukumi. So let me just get the radio frequency for Sukumi. Sukumi should be channel 1, which is 129. Perfect. Perfect. Right. Let's very quickly set the controls for air traffic. Air traffic is the communications menu, I believe. We've lost a lot of our controls here, guys. We're also going to get this set up. We're going to jump back into the missions in this plane fairly imminently. But let's radio to ATC and...
Forward 1-1. Request startup.
I guess request startup. We should have done that already, really. Okay, thank you.
Sukumi, forward 1-1. Request taxi to runway.
Let's get our landing lights on. Runway 30. Do I need to... No. Nose wheel steering. How do we do nose wheel steering in this guy again? Just controls. Let's have a look. NWS. Nose wheel steering. Here we go. So it's actually set to button 3. Okay. I believe that is nose wheel steering. And parking brake. And let's get moving. Okay, that certainly is nose wheel steering. Just zoom in here. Okay, so we're going to go around here. It can take the sharp left and header all the way around. Okay, I've got no wheel brakes. Okay, well that was definitely a minor screw up there. We're just going to jump DCS. If you hit the grass, that is it for your flight. But we are going to go to create fast mission, and we're going to do a super quick. We are going to go from the runway and hit fly. So we're just going to skip checklist. Okay, by the magic of editing, we are back. So let's just quickly check everything here. So I know the TACAN is meant to be at 144x, I believe. Let's just quickly grab our checklist here. It's got our radio frequencies on for Kutaisi. So 44x and 109.75. And that is on. Okay, that is all on. So that's set to nav. This is all fine. Let's set this to here. Everything else is looking pretty great, as one would imagine. We're not going to need our radar today. We do not intend to do any combat, so we are ready to take off. Let's just quickly radio. We've got our takeoff clearance and everything. Okay, so we should be good to go. So I'm just going to check wheel brakes are actually mapped, because they definitely should be. Wheel brakes. Let's just clear these things out. Okay, so we're going to advance up to military power. And release brakes, go full power. So we're going to rotate at 120. Apparently. Get landing gear up. Let's just pop out and look at the map very quickly. Okay. So we are looking pretty good there. Throttle it right back, try and get the speed down a little bit, and we're just basically going to head straight over to Kutaisi. Let's get the radio set for Kutaisi. So that is going to be channel 15. So that's very quickly. Channel 15 and
Kutaisi, Dodge 1-1, inbound.
heading 214. Just pop ourselves down to pattern altitude here. Level her out here. And Kutaisi, I don't actually know where Kutaisi is right now. Looks like it might be over there. Just try and throw ourselves into this. Guessing that is Kutaisi over here.
2000c. Dodge 1-1. Request landing.
Exceptionally high on our glide slope here. As always, let's get gear down. This is going to be a little bit of a dive bomb landing from us. When would that ever not be the case, eh? Pull our drag chute, because we are kind of shuffling. Okay, let's get that cut, and there we go. Definitely a little bit of a scary landing there. I'm just going to check we are actually at Kutaisi. Okay, we certainly are. Let's get our nose wheel steering on. Kind of hoping they send us to parking fairly soon.
Dodge 1-1. Taxi to parking area.
Okay, let's just quickly go through our checklist here. Set our taxi lights to rolling. Our IFF should be now set to standby. She's down. Which one's the IFF to standby? I'm sure it's fine. For ILS should be off and TACAN should be off. Let's get that done very quickly here. So let's get you off. And you off. DI. Come on. Okay, that seems to be stuck. I'm just going to put into the. Let's go for the first parking spot on the right here. Okay, so let's get our parking brake on. So we're just going to very quickly work through our parking checklist here. If it's going to let us. Okay, so let's get to the ground crew.
Chief, turn on the ground power.
Let's get the GPU on.
Copy.
Okay, so let's get the head-up display off. INS mode should be off. Let's hit that warning light. INS mode should be off, which is here. Engine shutdown press. Which one's the engine shutdown? Engine shutdown press. That'll be the engine shutdown. Anti-collision lights should be off. Fuel pumps G and D should be off. Cabin air conditioning should be off. Refuel, landing lights, all of the lights should be off, basically. I think reading through that list, which is these guys, I guess. So let's just turn them off, 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 off. That's all off. Head down display should be off. IFF should be off, which it is. Alternator 2. Off. Alternator 1 should be off. Electric power transfer should be off. And battery can be off. Torque should be set, and then parking brake can be off. Okay. Well guys, this was just a quick flight in the Mirage 2000c. As you can see, I'm extremely rusty. Let's get the canopy up. Can we get the canopy up all the way? Is that... I actually know how to do that. Yeah, as you can tell, I am extremely rusty with this game. But yeah, it's nice to be back flying again. Anyway, if you did enjoy this video, please do leave a like, and if you want to see more, please subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys next time.